Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Cannabis with Mark. And so, on this episode, it's, medicinal cannabis, right? So, basically, you have some kind of condition and you're looking for the best way to use cannabis, hopefully an affordable way to administer some kind of medicine for whatever condition you have, right? So, what I have here, this is called 240 oil. I kind of call it that. I don't know if that's what it's called, but basically, I'll show you a link in the description. You go on to it's olive oil based extract, and basically go to the store, you get your cannabis. You have a coffee grinder. You grind up your cannabis. Then you decarb your cannabis in a mason jar on 240 for half an hour. Then you add oil up to the line, another half an hour. Strain the oil into a separate container, set it aside. Fill up oil again into the mason jar, another half an hour. Now you strain that oil, combine the two oils. You have the remaining pulp. You can eat the pulp. You can throw out the pulp. I like eating the pulp. And that's your oil. And then basically you portion that into droppers, 10 milliliter droppers like this. With 14 grams, I wind up with, I don't know, something like 15 droppers, 20 droppers, 18 droppers, something like that. It's a very good value. This is, you can see here, it's olive oil based. Just a small amount of this is very potent. And so, for your medicinal cannabis, you're really going to want to do oil extracts because you're going to get the most amount of cannabinoids, the most amount of terpenes out of your cannabis. And, sometimes you get complaints like, depending on how you extract it, you can get tummy aches. You can get people that are not used to cannabis where it's just too strong, and even somebody who would have feelings of nausea. But you can also have somebody who has a high tolerance, but you just extract it funny, and the terpenes that you're getting are like messed up because you've cooked it on the wrong temperature. And so now your tummy is having a hard time digesting it, and it's an unpleasant experience. So basically, you have to have a balance. And so the 240 method is the best method. And so basically what you're doing is you're using the 240 temperature within an hour and a half, you've done everything. If you go online, there are different recipes where sometimes it'll take 8 hours in a crock pot and all that. But basically what you want to do is you want to do it at the 240, which is a decent heat. It's not the top heat that they recommend for decarbing. Sometimes you would do a 250 for the most amount of THC converted, but you're losing some terpenes. 225 to preserve the most amount of terpenes, but you're not getting enough THC converted. So basically 240 is a good compromise where you're getting, the good out of the plant, but you're also getting, the terpenes in there. So anyway, guys, practice making 240 oil. This is the base for your medicinal cannabis, okay? And so basically, and I also highly recommend volcano vaporizing, something like a volcano vaporizer. With your cannabis herb, you're getting the most potent parts of the herb. You're steaming out all kinds of THC, and it's like the most potent effect that you can get. It's a few $100 for the device, but it's well worth it in the long run. Okay, and then something that I highly recommend is getting mango juice. So mango juice, in combination with this cannabis oil, you just combine the two. This is a fantastic combination, and it will also it eases the digestion of the cannabis. So it's very good that the cannabis and mango work together in a symbiotic way. You'll have an even better experience basically with the mango and the cannabis together. So that's how I would recommend for medical patients is to have to get some mango juice, get some cranberry juice, create an oil, and this is how you would consume it together. This way, you ensure the most pleasant experience. You're not going to experience nausea, but you'll also get the most potent experience. So, yeah, guys. That's about it for now. I was gonna have further commentary. I've made the same comments in prior videos. The reason you want cannabis-based medicine is because cannabis has evolved alongside humans for millions of years, alongside mammals, and so the chemistry it's creating in its flower is so that the animal comes back, eats the flower, and then poops out the seeds as it walks along. And so basically the herds that find cannabis are healthy herds because they're basically able to get this medicinal plant and they're able to benefit from the properties of it for people. So it's like, it's this flower that's evolving for our endocannabinoid systems. And this is present in mammals exclusively. And so basically this endocannabinoid system is now getting inputs from the plants, and then it's doing something with those blocks, namely, fortifying defenses, against whatever ailments you may have, where you have something that's out of balance, where the endocannabinoid system can play a role in regulating a new balance. And that's pretty much every system. So it's a very potent medicine. It's the most important medicine where you're going to find in nature for mammals, for like a plethora of conditions. So there's no wonder why you find cannabis as the top medicine, like basically in cultures, in continents that span the world. So it just has to do with the very nature of the plant. Why does it do why is the plant doing what it's doing? Because it knows there are mammals with an endocannabinoid system, and it's going to produce the most important building blocks for that endocannabinoid system that a plant can possibly make, cooking in the sun, using all that energy the sun is bombarding at it all day. And it's going to cook up something really important for the mammal, and the mammal will never forget about this plant. It'll always come back. It won't develop some adaptation where the mammal's like, you know what, that plant is not all that important, you can just avoid it. No, the mammal is going to make the most complex chain a quality chain in order for the mammal to keep returning to it. Otherwise it would just get evolved out. So, it's think about it like that. Think about it like it's the most evolved medicine you're going to find in nature for mammals, is why you use cannabis as a medicine. So anyway, guys, I hope I gave you a tip here with this mango juice and how it's going to ease your digestion of cannabis oil, and how really cannabis oil is where you want to get to in terms of having the best medicinal experience, because it's the most potent and it's going to get to the core of your issue most readily. So yeah, have a good one, and thanks for watching Medicinal Cannabis with Mark.